Nope, doesn't matter whether he/him or she/her or they/them. It doesn't matter if your title's clever, because a bad movie is just a bad fucking movie. Let's talk about They/Them, which is currently streaming on the Peacock network. Let's go.
Gay, bi, queer, trans. But there's only two that really matter. Predator and prey.
Wait, what? What review did you just walk into? No, it's not Prey. It's They/Them, like I said. So let's go ahead and start over again. So if you're not aware, like I said at the beginning, They/Them is now streaming on the Peacock network. And when I read the original description, back when I first heard about it, I thought that it had promise. So let me tell you about the premise of the movie. A group of teenagers attending an LGBTQ+ conversion camp endures unsettling psychological techniques while being stalked by a mysterious mass killer. Ha 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 ha. Sounds cool, right? Maybe this would be a perfect throwback to an 80s slasher flick. That's what I was hoping with this cool extra twist. Sounded like that it had promise, right? Did you think the same thing after you heard that description? Well, nope. I was wrong. So before we get into all that though, let's go ahead and I'll let you know that there are a few positives with this movie. So we're going to talk about those first. The main positive is the cast. It's got some nice young cast members in it. Theo Germaine shines as a camp goer. His name is Jordan, and he's basically the main character of this movie, and most of the movie centers around him and his ordeal. You also get, obviously, Kevin Bacon, if you weren't aware. He plays Owen Whistler, and Whistler's camp is the name of the conversion camp that they all go to. And so Bacon's character runs it with his wife. The wife's character's name is Cora, and Cora is played by Carrie Preston. And I think she does a really good job as his wife, and a little insane in the membrane, if you ask me. Anna Chlumsky, she also does a great job. I've always loved most of the roles that she's played over the years. I have a fond memory of her as being the main character in My Girl back in 1991. Yeah, wow, it's a long time, right? And that is the same girl, if you didn't know that. So time flies when you're watching a lot of movies, right? She plays a character named Molly, who is the doctor at the camp. Feels a lot of sympathy for the young teenagers that are there. You got Anna Lore, who plays a character called Kim, and you got Monique Kim, who plays a character called Veronica. So more about them later. So the three young stars that I just mentioned, I think they all do a really good job, and they've got some promise to maybe go on and do bigger and better things in the horror genre. Another big positive is I think the opening scene is really good and well done, and it could have set a tone for a tremendous slasher movie if they had followed up on the premise at all with something like this. The opening had a great 80s vibe, and it really felt like it was going to be the start of a really good slasher movie, like I said. The movie really is a huge bait and switch, if you ask me, because after this good initial opening, the movie turns into what is basically a Lifetime movie of the week for the next hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, after the opening, there's literally an hour and 20 minutes from that beginning before anything remotely feeling like a slasher or a horror film happens again. There are a few things sprinkled here or there, like there's one part when they're out in the forest, all alone. They split them up in pairs for some reason. And out there in the wilderness, off in the distance, they do see a masked person who's looking at them from out in the woods. But nothing really happens with that. They're there once, they're gone. So not even the characters pairing up, like I said, brings on the normal tropes of a horror movie. You would think once they separate and get into the pairs that the horror will ensue. Nope. See, there's one part where two main female characters go outside, smoke a little weed, have a little premarital sex. That should really lead to some old-fashioned killing, right? Nope, not in this movie. There's another scene where two guys that are paired up get together, they hook up, You wait a few minutes afterwards, you're like, oh, one of them or both of them's got to get killed, right? Nope. Once again, not in this movie. And I know that what I just said might be kind of spoilers about what happens to some of the main characters, but it doesn't matter. That's what I'm here. I need to warn you about this. If you're looking for a good slasher horror movie, this is not the movie for you. I felt like I got horror elements at the beginning. I got horror elements at the end. And what I got for the hour and 20 minutes, like I said, in between, was more like a glorified Lifetime movie of the week about the evils of conversion camps. No, I'm fine with that social message if you want to preach about it in a movie. This social message and commentary overshadowed what was supposed to be the fun aspect of the film, the slasher horror aspects. Keep those aspects as the main focus and then weave in the social message throughout the scenes, and it would have worked much better and it would have been a better film overall. There's also literally no gore in this movie. So when somebody finally does get killed, you see blood splatters on the wall. It's like an MPAA ripped this movie apart back in like the 80s, like they did with the Friday the 13th movies. So I'm like watching it going, what the hell is this? When you do finally see the victims, all you see is some bloody marks on their face. There's really no good gore in this movie at all. Now I say that there's a little bit towards the end and I'm not going to spoil it, but that's not what I signed up for. I signed up for a slasher horror movie and that's not what I got. Even the ending though, even though it's got some gore, it's really cliche and everybody can figure out what direction they're going. You probably don't know exactly what person is doing the killing, but it's very obvious why they're doing it and what their motivations are. If you've watched any kind of movie like this before, you're going to easily be able to figure out why the killer is doing what they're doing. So yeah, can I get the hour and 45 minutes of my life back that I wasted here? No? Oh well. Like I said, I did try to find some positives. As you see, you know, I like the core group of main young actors. I do like Kevin Bacon. The cinematography looks good when they're out in the wilderness. That looks good. Sometimes there's even some good music woven throughout the scenes. But even that gets ruined right in the middle of one part where all the main actors break out into a song and dance routine like they're in a Pitch Perfect movie. Hey, maybe a Pitch Perfect slasher movie. Maybe that would be a good idea. Who can I call about that? All right, so all my rants are over. I'm just going to say, this movie gets nothing but a hot garbage rating for me. Like I said, it was bait and switch from what I saw in the trailer. If you want a good slasher horror movie, this is not the movie for you. I went into it with too high of expectations, I guess, and I was very disappointed. Like I said, hot garbage rating from me. So did you watch They/Them? If so, what did you think about it? Put some comments down below. Like my video even if you didn't like the movie, or if you didn't like my review. Come on, support me all you can. Do all that normal YouTube stuff like I said, and then hit the notification bell and you'll know when I post my next movie review. I just posted my review of Prey, so go check that out and keep watching my Halloween franchise videos, and then come on over on Sunday night and let's talk horror when we talk during our live streams, usually at 8:30 on Sunday nights. So until next time, boys and girls, this is JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there.